All right. I know it's been a while since I made a video. I'm gonna say it right now. This might be my last one. Most likely, it's gonna be a long one too. Um, I don't know what this video is gonna be called. I think I know what it's gonna be called. I'm gonna tell you about my last. I guess basically my last year, honestly, since like last Christmas, because it's 3 hours over Christmas now, so it technically isn't Christmas when I'm making this. Um, but still, the thing I've been going through for a year now, it's over. It's completely done. Um, so I've been dealing with something for about a year. Uh, my mental health has been a real roller coaster. um, because it has it's a lot to explain. There's not gonna be anything. You just listen, and that's it. Um, so I don't know. I'm gonna try not to break down or anything. Hopefully not. I mean, it's a YouTube video. Um, but first thing I gotta say, or let's just start from the beginning. So around yeah, about a year ago, honestly, maybe a little bit over a year ago. Like I said in the beginning, duh. Um, I was bored. It was COVID. COVID was happening. I was bored as fuck. And I decided I keep getting this one ad, right? And I was like, all right, fuck it, let's just download this app. This app was called Spoon. Spoon was a live cast broadcast. I don't know. It was just like motherfuckers make a live shits, and you join it. People could talk and chat, and the best thing about it was nobody has to show their face, which I thought was cool because I was like, the reason I didn't like stream or anything like with the face is good. Well, I was nervous, face with not showing your face gives you more confidence. Unless I don't know, unless you're really like your appearance. Anyways, um, so I thought, okay, this idea is kind of cool. So I got on there. Uh, then I met this girl. Uh, yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter because I don't know her last name. Um, her name was Ivette. That's Yeah. I thought it was a really interesting name. Um, but yeah, I met this girl and she was cool. She was funny. So I started talking to her, private talking, and about like a week later, I don't know, I started getting like feelings for her, and for some reason, I had a feeling she might have liked me too. I don't know. So I was like, hey, I think I really care about you or something. And she was like, "Oh my god, really? Cause I like you too." I was like, "Yo, epic, right?" So like, I was like, "Oh shit, all right, this is about to be good." But but we decided not to like say like technically you are dating because we're far away. It was a long distance relationship, and you know how that goes. And so we decided not to do anything, but we still had feelings for each other. I don't know. And actually only talked to her about a month or almost 2 months. So it was interesting. But over those 2 months, it was I don't know. We connected a lot. We talked every day. It was nice. But one day, she was like, I don't know. Now that I think about it, she was a little off. She was a little weird, but I didn't really mind it. Um, but I remember one time on that app, Spoon. She said like one day she texted me like this guy kicked me off of his stream, and I want to know what he's talking or saying about me. I was like, okay, I'll join it and see what he's saying. And like he kept talking about her. I was like, okay, this is not making me feel good, because like he's saying a bunch of stuff, and then she really cares about what he says. I was like, do you like this guy too? I was like, and then I don't know, just things escalated and things got really bad and real quick, honestly. Um, and literally a day later, like we talked all night and the next day, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. and it got so bad to where she told me some terrible things. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what she said, but it made me feel so shit. Like I really did not want to like. It was a terrible time. And then one night I just streamed on Spoon, and I was like crying because I don't know, it was just things like that. And she kept joining and say, "What's wrong?" You know, trying to pretend she cares, but she really didn't. So it was bad. It was real bad. And one day she like I don't know. One day I started streaming again on that app, and one person asked, "Hey, what happened to you and that and I bet right?" Um, and I explained what happened like in full detail, and I just kept crying over and over. And she felt bad because it wasn't she, but there was another person there as well that also cared, and that other person is who is what I've been dealing with for the last year. And a little like a spoiler, if you're even up to this point, she absolutely destroyed me. But we'll get to that later. Um, they both asked like, "Hey, are you okay? What's wrong? You don't have to cry or whatever." And uh, things were over with me and I bet we got on really bad terms. And yeah, so it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. But after the stream ended, both of them texted me. I texted both of them back. Only one of them responded, and it was the other person. The other person that I thought didn't really care as much, but it turns out they cared mostly. Um, what do I? I guess I could say her real name. I don't know her last name, or I'm not gonna say what state she's from, but her name was Anaya. And man, oh god, it was. We kept talking. We. She was my best friend. She for a long, long time. She was my best friend. She knew. I remember this one night. Sorry. I remember I felt so shit. Like I remember talking to her how I felt about Yvette, and like like I said, I wanted to die, right? And I was like, it was really sad, right? And I was like joking around. I'm not joking around, but I tried to joke around because it was sort of serious. So I wanted to lighten up the mood. So I was like, it's okay though. It's just how I feel. And the first thing I hear is a sniffle. And then in the crying voice, she said, "Why would you want to do that?" And she was so worried about me. And that really changed me. And will always keep this promise from her no matter what. But she she made me keep a promise to never hurt myself again. And yeah, again. So I will always keep that promise. Always, no matter what. It was just something that will always stick with me. I don't know. But besides that, we were just the best friends. Like I literally told her everything about me, and she knew everything about me, how I acted and how I was, and well, vice versa. I knew how she was, and it turns out we were really similar. Like we were both not very popular at school at all. Matter of fact, we mostly avoided people and try not to talk to people. Um, I don't know. I guess we were quote unquote the lonely kids. It was kind of dumb, honestly, but we were very similar, and that's why we connected so much. And we had so much in common. She liked a lot of things I liked, and surprisingly, like the nerdy things I liked too. And it was just so great. And I started getting feelings for her. You know, I mean, of course, like this was the person that. And when I say this, I don't mean this in like any. I don't even know. Nobody has ever got close to me like she did. Not even close. Like even my friends now, my best friend now, uh, he does know me. He does know me quite a bit, but honestly, I don't know. She knew me more, and she will always know me more. I think for a long time, she will be the only person that gets me. Um, she knew exactly everything about me, and I thought I knew everything. At least I knew everything she told me, and we bonded so much. And obviously, I got feelings, and she broke up with her boyfriend one evening, I guess, one day, and it was really sad. She was really bad. She was really feeling terrible. So I decided to help her, And for like 2 weeks, I helped her. And one day she was like, "So like, when are you gonna ask me help?" And I was just so so incredibly happy. You don't understand. I couldn't feel even more joy than I have. It was the most. It was the best feeling in the whole world. And of course, we dated. Um, and it was just some of the greatest moments of my entire life. Absolutely, just amazing in every way. Um, but with a rise, there is a fall, and things got bad. Uh, I'm not gonna say exactly what happened, but it's my fault. I guess I would say it's my fault because one night she just completely left, like gone. Like it wasn't even her fault. It was just because she was something was happening with her. I didn't know that though, and I just kept like texting her and say, "Are you okay? Like, are you worried?" Like I kept worrying over and over, and that's my fault. I should I should have just gave her a little bit of space. I didn't know what was going on, but still though, like I was basically acting like a crazy person, and she noticed that, and she said in the morning when she finally was able to talk to me, it's like she cares about me, but this is not okay because I said some things and that she does not like, and she said this is not okay, and if you really do feel like this and really act like this and really think this, then this just sorry, I had to do something. But she said this is not okay, and if you really do think like this, then maybe we shouldn't be together. And that just put me in completely overdrive of fucking just insane because that drove me. And then she didn't do the best either. Um, that same time, something like that, like saying like we might have to break up, is something devastating. Correct? Somebody should feel terrible about that. Then, like literally in like an hour or so, she's not responding to me after that text. She's not responding. But I see her on her story posting she's love my friend right here or something. Always by my side. I was like, and it just made me feel worse. So it was not great on her behalf either. Um, just just absolutely just it was a really terrible moment for me, and and then finally after like a whole day, she responds like, "Sorry for not texting, but you need to calm down." And I just didn't know. I did not know what to do, and she just completely avoided me at that point. Like text me maybe once a day for like 3 days, and although those only 3 days, it literally felt for so long. I didn't sleep for those 3 days. It was absolutely agonizing those nights. And I just couldn't handle it. I tried everything. I tried to talk. It was at one point where somebody added me, right, and I was like, "Is this her?" Because they had zero score for the Snapchat. I was like, "Is this her? Is this an all account?" Just to make sure. And I fucked up, and I was just so anxious and so paranoid about everything. It was terrible. It was absolutely just sorry. I decided to try everything, and finally, after like the fourth or fifth day, I said, "Do you just want to be friends?" Because the reason I say that is because she opens my messages. That's the worst part. That's the fucking worst part too. She opens my messages but never responds for like 3 or 4 days. She would not open it for hours, then open it, then never respond. Finally, after a while, I just said, "Do you just want to be friends?" And not even a day passes. Not even it. It not even an hour passes. Like 20 something minutes later, she responds and says, "Yeah, yeah, that would be great." I just, I don't know. I don't know. And then after that, we started talking again, like almost like how we used to, but not in the same way. It didn't feel right. I just hated everything. I just I hated talking to her, but that's what I wanted to do, and I kept doing it. It was not right for my mental health, but I kept talking. Um, Fast forward to a couple months later, I leave for like a week or so, just saying that before the reason I left because I told her I couldn't be with her anymore. That being with her, it hurts. It hurts so much, and she said she understands. And then I leave for like a week or so, almost 2 weeks. No, actually 2 weeks. Like we kept posting stuff on your stories, and I don't know. She saw my stories, I saw hers. We kept hurting each other, and I thought we were never gonna talk again. I don't know. It just felt like that. But one day after, just I don't know. She says, "I'm sorry. I know you don't want to talk, but I just can't help it anymore." I'm hurting so much, and I'm so sad and so depressed about everything, and I just need you. How can I not text her after that? Because I was feeling absolutely miserable, and it was terrible. It was just terrible. Sorry again. I gotta do. I had to do something, but it was just I had to respond to her, and like I said, I just couldn't. And she said she was absolutely like she literally broke down at school of all places. That's like one of the worst places for that to happen because of how much she missed me. Not in like a relationship wise, but she just needed me because I said she was my best friend, but I was also her best friend. Um, and she just I don't know. She just absolutely was devastated by that too, by this thing that we were doing. Um, so I talked to her, and for one day, just one day, I felt maybe maybe things can go back to normal. Not even as a relationship, but just friends, talking. Then the next day happens. The second day, she tells me she has a boyfriend, and not only that, but she has a new friend. Can you guess which one destroyed me? Which one I felt absolutely shit because she told me something about both, and it was the friend. Surprisingly, because I know I did not want to get back with her. I At that time I did not want to get back with her, but the friend she told me that he's really cool. He's really nice. And she's bonding with him a lot, and she was on the call with him, or not on the call, but just talking to him a lot, and I was like, and then she said okay, and she has a boyfriend, and she really cares about that. Actually, two things. Just the thing about the boyfriend is we recently broke up when that was happening. Um, I was about three 3 weeks, 3 weeks where she's got over me. I All the time we spent, all the time that we bonded, it meant nothing to her because she got over me in 3 weeks. You know what I thought? You know what I thought when that was going on? When we weren't talking, I wanted. She was absolutely perfect in my eyes, and if we broke up, which we did, obviously, I wouldn't think that idea wouldn't even go to my head for at least a year, at the very least, a year and a half. No, no. She got over it in 3 weeks. That that was just terrible. And not only that, but she sounded like she completely replaced me as just a friend. Although she was my best friend and she missed me, it didn't feel like that because she kept not talking to me. She kept saying, "Oh, sorry, I was with my other friend." I just felt like I was useless. Like I didn't like. What was the reason for me there? Then what? I was so confused and feeling even worse than I was when I wasn't talking to her. I just couldn't. I left without saying anything, and she just kept texting me saying, "Is everything okay? I'm sorry," and just couldn't. But now that's not even the end. There's still one last part to this. I come back. I'm saying that I don't know. And it's now that I think about it, she broke up with her boyfriend. Uh, he, and she felt happy. She felt free for some reason. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Um, and obviously she said like, I'm talking to my friend a lot, my new friend, but you would never be replaced. And that got me in the heart. That really meant something to me, and I stayed because of that, because I couldn't get replaced. So I stayed. Um, After that time, I came back again, and it wasn't fair to her how I was feeling. Like 2 weeks passes, we spend quite a bit of time together, and I started getting feelings again about like a week, and it was not good because it wasn't fair to her. It was not fair to her. What she wanted? She wanted a friend. She wanted a best friend, and I tried to be that. I tried to get over those feelings, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. I tried so hard, and I don't think she will ever get that. I every single time I talked to her, I felt shit, and it was just I couldn't. I don't know, and it kept getting worse and worse. And then first one day she just stopped, like she says, "Oh, sorry, I gotta go to my cousin's house." And then I was like, "Okay, okay, I understand if you can't talk." The next day happens, and she can't talk again. A lot. She only texts me like once, and keeps leaving me like to wonder. And I kept waiting, but okay. She was going through something recent, personal, and I was like, okay, reasonable. 3 days go by, still not really talking. We talked one time, one for like an actual time, and I was just mad, I guess, saying like, I've been waiting for so long, and you're still just leaving me there hanging. And she says she feels bad, but she's gonna try harder, and she did. She tried. We had after that. The next day happens, and we can't talk again. Of course we can. And I was just all she wanted was a friend. I keep telling myself that it's not fair to her, and I don't know. I didn't know how much longer I could take it. I I literally felt if I kept talking to her, I would have done something to myself. I would have broke my promise to her that I made such a long time ago, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't, and I just couldn't hold these feelings anymore. But I kept trying and trying. Then by the fifth day or fourth, honestly, I don't even remember anymore. She finally said something. Hey, we can talk now, but I need to tell you something. And I know you don't like me keeping secrets. I've been not telling you a lot of stuff recently, so I'm gonna tell you now. And I was like, okay, okay, finally, she's gonna tell me something, and she is telling me I'm in a long distance relationship with this guy, and he might come to see me soon. Um, I just I, I don't know anymore. I just sorry. You can see how that made me feel. And I just couldn't. I said, I'm sorry. I need to tell you something as well because I just can't handle it. I told her everything. I told her how I felt. I told her that I just can't be with her anymore. That she just go away, basically. And honestly, I didn't even know what I wanted a response from her. She just said a couple words. She said, "I understand," and bye, Alex. To me, that was cold. That was real cold. I was absolutely just. I don't know what I was looking for a response, but I was not thinking she was going to respond like that. And right when I was gonna block her, I I noticed that she actually blocked me first. And I was just, okay, she's mad at me, and this is the last thing she's gonna remember me by being a piece of shit, just not being able to go through my feelings and pass over it. And that's that night. That night, I realized I tried to tell my friend what was going on with me, and I literally for the first time ever, I had a panic attack. It was so bad I couldn't speak. Like I can't. I feel like I couldn't breathe. It was it was just so terrible. And my friend said, like, I need to calm down. And he tried to calm me down. That night, I almost, I had the thing. I had the blade, I guess. I was on the verge of breaking my promise to her. Why should I keep it? Why do I need to keep it? For the memories. I will always have good memories of her. I always remember the good memories, and not I try to forget the bad ones, but I can't. She brought me the most happiness that I have ever had, but also the most depression I have ever had. And slowly but surely, my insanity and my health, my mental health has been deteriorating. I just don't know what to do. This is, I don't know why I'm posting this, but this is my last video because I just can't do anything anymore. I don't know how much longer I even got until I do something that I shouldn't do, but I just don't know anymore. I just it's it's getting really really bad. I'm sort of a good actor, honestly, because nobody in my family has even got a clue. I leave hints for my friend and for a counselor at school, but like nobody actually understands. I feel alone because I feel like nobody understands me. And I know I'm not fucking stupid. I know how that sounds. I know that the people like this go through and feel like how I am, and I'm not alone. But it really just does feel like it. This is my last video. I don't know how much time I got left until I do something drastic. If I wanted to go through it, I just I don't I just don't know anymore. This this is absolutely. She was she is the worst person I have ever met, and the best. She is my best friend. Inaya is my best friend. I hate her so much, but I love her. Everything I did, the way I am now, it's because of her. I just I miss her. I miss her so much, and she's mad at me, and I can't do anything about it. There's no way of contacting her again. Not even if I could. If I wanted to, I don't want to. I'm never gonna speak to her again. I lost my favorite person in the whole world, and I'm never gonna get it back. It's just I lost something. I just don't know. She was worse than Ivette. She was way worse because Ivette just told me to do something that I shouldn't do. But and I no, she did something way worse. She got close to me, then destroyed me from the inside. She's she's a terrible person for that. She is a shitty person for that. But I always will forgive her. I just don't know anymore. This is goodbye, I guess. But I hope the rest of y'all are doing better than I am. Hopefully, you guys are.